Dobar dan. It is a pleasure to introduce Iryna Nikitina, an organizational psychologist and strategic advisor who specializes in working with law firm partnerships and leadership teams. Today, we are going to be discussing her new book, Decision Making in Law Firms, published by Globe Law and Business. Iryna, thank you so much for joining me today. Firstly, what prompted you to write this book?
Oh, thanks for asking, Natalia. Thanks for having me here. Dobre zavarili, as we said in Bulgaria. Honestly, it's been quite a long journey. So I'd love to share my first steps in profession was more than 2 decades ago. And from the early steps, I was puzzled. Why decision-making process? It's immediately catch my attention how challenging decision-making process is in law firm partnerships.
Mhm.
Sometimes I could be wrong, but sometimes it seems that clients' decisions be doing more easily than decision on their own business. So it puzzled me for years. It really puzzled me for years. Luckily, at early stage of my career with law firms, I came across Dr. Larry Richards' work on lawyers' personality and his his emblematic metaphors about lawyers as cats. I'm not sure whether you heard it, but I'm not actually sure is it his own metaphor or he heard it somewhere, but I sent it to him. Managing lawyers, he said, is like herding cats. So, following this logic, decision making in law firm partnership is like getting these cats moving together in the same direction, which is almost impossible task. So, I really started to look at this issue more systematically
Mhm.
because I always believed and felt that lawyers are far more complex psychologically than we psychologists call it general public. And I I did a lot of research, deep academic research, solid academic research. I already went through formal study in organizational psychology and political science, so there was no chance it left behind. Uh, I started to distinguish patterns
Mhm.
which are recognizable, which are behind every, even strange decision, behind any painful decision making process. They consistent, they more or less predictable,
Mhm.
especially when you know people,
Mhm.
and they repeat across firms. So it's not about the culture of the firm, it's about people in that particular partnership. So when you start to see these patterns, when you start to see it as a system, you could manage it and definitely you could improve it.
Mhm.
So that's what led me to the book ultimately.